Hey guys, so today we're going to do this nice spring look. If this is something you want to learn, continue to watch. Okay, so I'm going to start out by priming my face with the No Pore Blend Primer through Touch of Sol. It's my go-to favorite primer. It really smooths out the skin and gives you a really good base for your foundation. I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. So the foundation I normally use is Studio Fix Fluid through MAC. It's my go-to liquid foundation. It covers everything and it's still breathable. The only downside is when I'm at my in-between shade, I tend to be a very awkward shade and I don't match anything through them. Not to mention I'm already super fair even when I am tan. So when I am at that shade, I normally buy Smashbox. It's the Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. I'm going to apply just a little bit on my Beauty Blender. I'm going to apply that all over the face. I do the eyelids because I feel like it sets a good base for my eyeshadow, especially since I don't always use an eyelid primer. Okay, so once my foundation is done, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I'm going to do that off screen because it takes me forever to do them, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I'm done with my eyebrows, which took way longer than I expected today, I am going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow. So I like to start out with just a basic eyeshadow brush. I'm going to start out with my BH Cosmetics eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to go in with a basic kind of skin tone shade just to create a nice base for all the other eyeshadow. It'll blend out nicer and it'll just even out the skin on my eyelids. So I'm going to take base from the Anastasia Norvina palette, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. So once that's all over my lid, I am going to go in. So I'm using 3 different eyeshadow palettes today. I try not to do that just because I like sticking with one basic palette. It's easier for other people to create the look. But I am using 3 different eyeshadow palettes today. So I'm going to go in with my Patrick Star eyeshadow. It's Stay With Me, and it's the eyeshadow 4x4 through MAC. And it's beautiful purple shades. So I'm going to go in with the crease brush, and I'm going to just go in with this light purple shade here, right into the crease. I'm also going to take that shade right underneath my lash line. I am then going to go in with the color Soul with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette again, and that's the Norvina palette. And I'm going to take the same blending brush and apply that right to the crease. Again, down on the lash line. Then I'm going to go in with a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to blend out that area. It's going to really soften it up. But be careful not to blend too much because you don't want it to get muddy. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the Patrick Star collection and with my shadow brush again. I'm going to apply this just to the lid. And then I'm going to go back in with the Soul again, and I'm just going to blend that down. After that, I'm going to bring in one more shade, and it's Lay. This is through the Cargo Cosmetics palette. And I'm just going to put this right in the crease. And then I'm going to go in with a light gold just for the middle of my eyelid. And I'm going to use Nude, and this is from the Be a Mermaid Make Waves palette through Tarte. And I'm going to take Nude Beach, and I'm just going to pop that right on the middle of my eyelid. And then I'm going to go back in and add Dreamer from the Norvina palette right on top of that. I'm then going to take one more color, and it's the last color, I swear. I'm going to take the last shade, and it's going to be Bubbles and Splash through the Make Waves palette. I'm going to pop that in the corner of my eye. Normally I use the Shape Tape concealer, but that tends to be a little bit more dry on me, especially right now. I am lacking a lot of moisture, so I'm going to go in with a Maybelline concealer, and this works just as good. It doesn't give me quite as much coverage as the Tarte Shape Tape, but it does the job. It gets rid of my dark circles and my blemishes. So I'm going to apply that under my eyes. I'm going to do a little bit where my little breakouts are, and my chin, because that is the spot where I tend to break out more, so it tends to be a little bit darker. The sides of my nose, and just a little bit on my forehead. I'm going to take that same Beauty Blender, and I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. So once I'm done with my concealer, I'm going to go ahead and set that concealer with just a little bit of powder. I am out of my loose setting powder, unfortunately, so I'm just going to go in with my Studio Fix through MAC. I don't want to use a whole bunch of it. And I'm actually going to use, I just got these new Moda brushes. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Moda. This comes with a powder brush and a soft glow brush, which is good for your highlighter, so I'm going to go ahead and try those out today. The bristles actually feel really, really nice on these, and I absolutely love the color because pink is my favorite color. I'm just going to take that powder brush and dip it in my powder and just apply it right on my T-zone, really just where I really want to set it, and right under my eyes. This is a little bit darker than my skin tone, just slightly, so I'm only going to put a little bit on. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara, and I'm going to use the Better Than Sex mascara today. So now that I'm done with my mascara, I'm not going to put false lashes on today. My eyes have been watering like crazy recently, and I guess it's, now that it's spring, I'm getting my allergies. So I'm not using false lashes because the last thing I want is something heavier on my eyes after they're already watering and bothering me. Which is unfortunate because this look would look really cute with some false lashes. But I'm going to go ahead and contour my face, and I'm going to use the Cover FX palette. And I love this palette because it comes with your contour, your highlight, your brightener, your finishing powder, and your blush. The blush is a little too pink for me, and the brightener honestly is just like a highlighter, so I'm not going to use that as a brightener. Normally I just use like a banana powder or something that says it's meant for brightening and doesn't have the shimmer in it. But I'm just going to go in to the contour. I'm going to lightly contour my cheeks and the sides of my nose. Because I am so fair, I don't like to contour too dark and too deep because I don't want it to look clowny. Just enough to make my cheeks pop a little bit. Then I am going to do the sides of my nose, and I'm going to take a light fluffy brush. Same one I kind of blend out my eyes with. And I'm going to apply that right down the sides of my nose. And now I'm going to go in with my bronzer. And I use the Butter Bronzer through Physicians Formula. Everyone has been telling me to use this for years, and I just didn't see the hype of it. Once I tried it, I have been obsessed with it ever since because it's just soft enough for my fair skin, and I do use the light. I'm gonna apply that right as a 3 down my face. The basic 3 just works so nice with my face shape, so I just kind of stick with the beginner 3. I'm then going to go in with my blush, and I'm going to be using Warm Soul today, which is my go-to blush. It's through MAC. It goes good with every look, and it's really good when I want that nice, bright, summery look. And I'm actually going to go in with just a little bit of pink on top of that, just so I don't look too bronze. Then I'm going to go in with my Cover FX palette again and apply the brightener right at the tips of my cheekbones. And I'm going to use the new highlighter brush through Moda. I'm not sure if I'm even pronouncing that right. So it's a lot bigger now that it's outside of the plastic, and I don't know that I like that. Yeah, I don't like that very much. So I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild highlighter brush. See how like bright that is? That's too much of a highlighter for me. Like, that's not a brightener to me. I mean, I still like it, but I just wouldn't use it as a brightener. Since I am dry, I like to add just a little bit to my cheeks and to my forehead and my chin as well, just to kind of give myself a little bit of an extra shine. And last, I'm going to do my lipstick, and I'm going to do a nice nude today. So I'm going to use my Bamboo lip liner. It's my go-to lip liner for anything that's nude, and this is through Clinique. I do have to line my lips because I overdraw them a little bit because my lips are so tiny. So I use a lip liner with every lipstick. Now I'm also going to use the Beige Pop. This is also through Clinique. If you're looking for a really good lipstick that stays on all day, I would recommend the Clinique Pop because it has a primer in it, so it's nice and moisturizing. It also keeps your lipstick on all day. So then when I'm done with that, I'm going to apply my Buxom lip gloss, and this is in the shade Mariah. And that's it. If you did like this video, hit subscribe at the bottom and the bell next to it so you can be notified when all my videos come up. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Thanks.